Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Coming live from Fire Up Your Hearts, children of God. Fire up your hearts for truth. We're going to do a quick animal reading, just for fun. Nothing serious about it. We don't worship animals, nothing like that. Power Animal Oracle cards. I wrote them out on some index because I had lost the actual cards. And today what I got was Coyote, Pelican, Fox, and Antelope. Fox is another direction, so it means that we need to maybe watch for something with the fox. Not in the physical realm particularly, or you might spot a fox, but the meaning of a fox. So first we're going to read the Coyote. Wise fool, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Pause for a moment. Think of those times when you've acted thoughtless or foolish, perhaps even recently. How did you feel? Embarrassed? Ashamed? Well, it's time to let go, to stop attacking or shaming yourself. It's not just about forgiving yourself or blatantly accepting these instances. It goes way beyond that to loving the fool inside. That part of you with such childlike innocence behaves in a way that sometimes brings on social or self-condemnation. To sincerely and deeply love that part of you surpasses rote forgiveness or bland acceptance. It opens you to loving yourself unconditionally as well as loving the feebles of others. Foibles. The burden of such shame is too great for anyone to carry. You must see this idiosyncrasies with a sense of humor. When you do something foolish, the sooner you can laugh about it with yourself, not at yourself, the sooner you can move to a place of true self-acceptance. It's often only later when we can look back at these situations that we can discern the more important lessons in the window contained within them. Associations, trickster, sociability, adaptability, and wisdom keeper. Next one is Pelican. Forgiveness, let go of your judgments. It's relating to the Coyote. Each time you judge yourself or others, you immediately create the illusion of separation. Separation from your environment and from other human beings, and most critically, separation from the Creator and all creation. Immersing yourself in this illusion creates pain that manifests as hurt, anger, or even attack in words or deed. And if you stop and reflect, you'll find that what you judge in others is really a projection of a shadow aspect of yourself. Therefore, the source of these judgments is not just contained in the other, it's something in yourself that you may not be aware of. Once you realize how judgments separate, there is an opportunity to forgive. First, the other person for his or her perceived transgressions or shortcomings, and then yourself as you identify the shadow aspect in you that you have projected onto this individual in the light of the realization. All illusion of separation vanishes. This is true forgiveness, not an empty mantra you repeat over and over again in order to support some false notion of forgiveness, but a genuine release of any and all judgments. When you've forgiven, this act returns you to a state of love, acceptance, and peacefulness. You'll know when this has happened because you'll feel the natural and tranquil state of unity with the Creator and all of creation. So both of these are very focused on letting go of shame and unnecessary guilt, if it's heaped in shame or remorse that's not ours. And the Pelican, true forgiveness, acceptance, and more or less completion or new beginning, resolve of the old and in with the new. The Fox, something that we need to work on even more so. The other two themes is focused on like I said, forgiveness, letting go of unhealthy shame. Fox, adaptability, adapt to the changes that are happening. So this is for someone who's having difficulty with the changes that are occurring. It's they need support, or knowing maybe just take it a little slower in your healing or whatever new beginning that you've started. It's important and necessary to use all of the life skills you've learned to not get stuck in any rigid thinking patterns of behavior or familiar emotional traps. And if you find yourself there, to get unstuck as soon as you can. Walk outdoors, do something physical and mindless to shake things up a bit. You have to be flexible right now and adapt to the circumstances rather than trying to make the circumstances adapt to you. There are unlimited possibilities as to what will happen next. You can feel much more at ease and unstressed if you allow those possibilities to unfold. Adjust your attitude and actions to agree with them and prepare for your next move by being open and willing to go with it. Stop fighting the way things are or demanding that things change. Life knows what it's doing. Trust that and shift with the continuum, whether it moves slowly or swiftly, and life will be much easier. Shape-shifting, flexibility, cunning, subtlety. So this is very much so in relation to the first two parts, because that's letting things go, letting things have a new beginning instead of resisting it. And then now we have the antelope, and this will end the reading. Decisiveness. So we're going to be making decisions about how adaptable do we want to be. We need to be able to flow with the changes that are happening and rely on Creator God to do so. The antelope, decisiveness. Make a decision and take appropriate action. If you're going to sit, then sit. If you're going to stand, then stand. If you're going to run, then run. Don't hesitate and don't equivocate. This is not the time for discussion, debate, deliberation, or hesitation. Even choosing to be still and do nothing can be a wise decision at times, especially in life-threatening circumstances. But let's face it, how often have you actually found yourself in such situations? And if you ever have, you made it through, didn't you? You come to a point in your life where it's imperative that your choices are based on the combined will of spirit and instinct, which we call intuition. The more finely tuned you are to your intuition, the more decisive you'll be. You see that there's no other way to live in this situation in particular. That is absolutely the case. So listen, decide, and then act, without hesitation or second guessing. Trust that whatever the outcome is, it is ultimately the will of Spirit, and in the best interest of all concerned. Vigilance, action, speed, and sacrifice. And it looks like someone is at a threshold of change, or many, for this to pop up like this. And not that it really means much, but it was just fun, and they all were very much related, and I hope that helps someone today. Maybe it'll just make things a little simpler, and you can just kind of boil it down to simple meanings of animals and re-navigate with a more lighter approach. So I love you. Have a great one. Bye.